I'm doing some reading this morning, and I came across something that I thought was pretty interesting. I've never really considered this before, and it may be just some speculation, but nevertheless, I wanted to share my thoughts on it. So I'm reading here in Acts chapter 11, and one of the things that caught my attention as the people go and travel as far as Phoenicia, Cyprus, Antioch, speaking the word to no one except Jews, but there were some of the men of Cyprus and Cyrene, who on coming to Antioch spoke to the Hellenists also, preaching the Lord Jesus. And I was thinking about this, men of Cyrene. It rang a bell for me, and I couldn't help but remember the man that was compelled to carry the cross for Jesus was Simon of Cyrene. Now, of course, it doesn't say that Simon of Cyrene was among these men that went to Antioch. But I can't help but wonder, the man who carried the cross for Jesus, what kind of an impact did that have on him? I can only imagine that being so closely related to the crucifixion, so tied to the crucifixion that you actually carried the cross. That would impact you. That would change you in some way. And I can only imagine that he saw the events. They changed his heart, and he became a believer. And naturally, I think about the demoniac. Go and tell where you're from. Go and tell how much the Lord has done for you. Why wouldn't Simon of Cyrene do the same? He would go and tell the story of it to his friends and family, I'm sure. I carried the cross for a man. And it turns out that man was the Son of God, the Messiah. He was already a believing Jew, otherwise he wouldn't have been there. It was only another step to get him to be a believer in the Messiah. Just something interesting to think about, the impact that being so close might have had, and how Simon, the man who carried Jesus' cross, would have then gone to spread that message to his family and those that are around him. And so now there are men from Cyrene coming and believing and spreading the gospel themselves. So the question, I guess, for us, no, we didn't carry the cross, but we have been impacted by Jesus. We have been exposed to him, and he has changed us. Are we sharing that, or are we keeping it to ourselves?